3.
Jai Shri Gurudev, welcome to our online classes for physics subject. Let us continue with today's class. Yesterday we have studied about the derivation or arriving the expression for electric potential due to a point charge. Today we will write the expression for potential due to an electric dipole, and you have only the mention of the expression, not to derive the expression. Alright? Here, what is an electric dipole? An electric dipole is a pair of equivalent opposite charges separated by a small distance, and that distance we have taken as 2a, and we have calculated the expression and unit dimensional formula, everything in the previous chapter. Today we will write the only expression for the potential, and that expression is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square into cos theta, where P is the magnitude of electric dipole moment and dipole moment. Its expression is P is equal to 2aq, where q is the magnitude of either of the charges, because both the charges are having the same magnitude, and r is the resultant position vector of the charge from of the potential from the dipole, and cos theta is the direction of the potential, isn't it? And this is the work done against the charge within the electric field due to the dipole. This is about the expression. Next, we will discuss about the potential due to a system of charges. Whatever we did is for the single charge or for the dipole. Now, we are going to write the expression for potential for a system of charges. Okay. Now, first we will calculate the potential at a point, say P, at a point P due to the system of charges. First we have to calculate individually. Individual ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. For that we'll use the previous method which we have already calculated, isn't it? Now the potential due to Q1 at point P is written as V1 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1. Let the distance of the charge Q1 from P is R1, isn't it? In the same way, the distance of charge Q2 from P is R2. So we can write it as the number of system of charges Q1, Q2, Q3, etc. till Qn at a distance R1, R2, R3, etc. in Rn from the point P. In the same way, now we will calculate the potential due to Q2 at the point P at a distance R2 is given as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2. In the same way, the potential due to the Qn charge is Vn is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by R. Now according to the superposition principle, what is the superposition principle? The resultant potential will be the sum of all the potential due to the system of charges, and that is equal to V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus etc. till Vn, and that can be written as V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and take it outside because it is common. Within the bracket we will have Q1 by R1 plus Q2 by R2 plus etc. Qn by Rn. In general, we can write the equal to 1 by 4 by epsilon naught summation over I is equal to, from I is equal to 1 to n qi by r n r I qi by r I, where I can take the values from 1 to n. So this is about the potential due to a system of charges. Okay. Next we will study about the equipotential surfaces. It is very important topic. You will get it for 1 mark question, and the definition, also some application level you will have to study from this topic. It is very important topic. So first we should learn what is the definition of equipotential surfaces. As the name itself indicates, equipotential, it means that the potential over the surface, a charged surface, is equal, means it is constant. If the surface is having the potential as constant or constant potential throughout the surface, then that conductor or that surface is called as equipotential surfaces. Okay. Now, what are the questions you may get related to equipotential surface is that what is the potential difference? Potential difference for an equipotential surface. The potential difference for an equipotential surface is always 0. You should remember it. This is a 1 mark question. Why it is 0? Since the equipotential surface is having the constant potential throughout the surface, then if you take the difference, if you subtract the one value from the other value, you get the value as 0. And next question related to this is, what is the work done over a equipotential surface? And you can guess, the equipotential surface, there is no work done, and the work done is also equal to 0. Why? Because there is no potential difference. If there is no potential difference, then we cannot move a charge from one point to another point. That is why the work done over a equipotential surface is always 0. So these are the definitions you may get in your examination. That is the definition of equipotential surface, and what is the potential difference over a equipotential surface, and it is 0, and what is the work done, amount of work done over a equipotential surface, and that is also 0. What is the reason? Because potential difference is 0 at all points, isn't it? Now I have drawn the field, the structure for the single point charge. How do you represent diagrammatically a single point charge is like this. So this shows the equipotential surface. Equipotential surface for a single point charge. This also you will get for 1 mark. Draw the equipotential surface for single point charge. So it will be like a concentric circles over a charge for single point charge. Now again, if you have considered a positive single charge, a single positive charge, then what will be the surface? Then the field lines will be away from it, like this. Field lines will be away from it. Field lines will be away from it radially. Radially ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದಲ್ವಾ, in the previous class also I have explained it. Center ಇಂದ pass ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ. Since we have considered a positive charge, positive single charge ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, since it is a equipotential surface, we have to first draw the concentric circles, and then we have to represent the field lines. Field lines. What are the field lines? These are the imaginary lines which denotes the existence of the electric field, isn't it? Then since it's a positive charge, the arrow mark should go away from the charge. And again, if you consider a negative charge, what happens? If you consider a negative charge, then the field lines will be towards the center or towards the charge, you can say, like this. towards the charge for negative. And if you consider a dipole, then again it is a concentric circle like this for dipole. And if you consider a pair of equal charges, like charges, say plus, then it is like this. This and all you will get for 1 mark or 2 mark in your annual examination. So these are the equipotential surfaces for a single point charge. Whether it is a positive, then field lines will be away from the center. If it is a negative charge, field lines will be towards the charge or center. If it is a dipole, you have to draw like this, and if it is a like charges, you have to show like this. Next, we will study about the system of charges, potential energy for system of charges. Also for equipotential surfaces with a uniform electric field, we will denote the field lines parallel to the YZ plane. You can say parallel to the YZ plane or perpendicular to the X axis. Okay? The surface will be perpendicular to the X axis and the field lines will be parallel to the YZ plane. Next, we will derive the relationship between electric field and electric potential. It is a very important question. You may get it for 2 mark or 3 mark. You may get it for 2 mark or 3 mark. It is a very important derivation. So, in order to derive the expression for electric field and electric potential, first we have to consider equipotential surfaces like this. Closely held equipotential surfaces say A and B, surfaces A and B, and the distance between them is very less. The distance between them is very less, take it as dx. And the electric field is almost uniform in this case because they are very close to each other. Why the electric field is uniform between the gap? Because the gap is very less. The distance between the surfaces is very less, isn't it? Now, we will consider a charge Q plus Q here at point P at a distance x, from A. Okay. Now, we have to move a unit positive charge from A to B in order to calculate the electric potential. In order to calculate the electric potential, we have to move an unit positive charge from A to B. In order to move the electric potential, what we have to do? We have to perform some work done. And what is that? Work done is taken as dWo, because we are moving a charge through a small distance, and that work done is taken as, that amount of small work done is taken as dWo, and that dWo, as we know, it is equal to force into displacement. And here, since we are performing the movement or the work done on a unit positive charge, the charge value is 1 coulomb, isn't it? And what is the expression for electric field? E is equal to F by Q. And what is the value of Q here? 1 coulomb. This is not required. It is only for your reference. F divided by 1. And what happened now? E is equal to F, isn't it? So this force itself is nothing but the electric field here. So I'll replace or substitute in the place of F as E dot dx. Now expand this dot product, we'll get E dx cos theta. And what is the value of cos theta here? Since it is a straight line, isn't it? It's a straight line. Or we are moving parallel to the electric field. The electric field ಏನಿದೆ ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಈ ಥೀಟಾ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಥೀಟಾ? ಕಾಸ್ 180 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ -1. ದೆನ್ ದ dw becomes minus E dx. Now our aim is to convert or write the work done in terms of electric potential, isn't it? Now we'll say that the surface A is having a potential V and the surface B is having a potential V minus dV. ಇಲ್ಲಿ V ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ V minus dV ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ dV represents the decrease in the potential towards the electric field. ಈ dV ಏನಿದೆ ಆ dV ಅನ್ನೋದು ಏನು? It is a decrease in potential towards the electric field. It's very important. So why we have taken decreasing potential towards the electric field? Because the work done is against the electric field, isn't it? Work done ಏನು ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, it is against the electric field. That is why there is a decrease in potential in the direction of the electric field. ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? Now how do you calculate the work done? We have already done it in the previous class. dW is equal to V minus or VA minus VB. And how do you calculate it as? VA is V, VB is minus of V minus dV. If you open the bracket, then VV get cancelled, minus of minus is dV. Then what you can write it as? You can write it as dW is equal to dV. Now I can substitute in the place of dW as dV. That is dV is equal to minus E dx. Therefore E is equal to minus dV by dx. So this is the relationship between electric field and the electric potential, E and dV. That is why electric field can also be represented using the unit volt per meter. So volt per meter ಅನ್ನೋ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ because of this relationship. And this relationship can also be called as the negative potential gradient. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಅಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ದ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಅಗೇನೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ರೇಡಿಯಂಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಆಸ್ ದ ಡಿರೈವ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಗ್ರೇಡಿಯಂಟ್. ಈ ರೀತಿನಾದರೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್, ಆ ರೀತಿನಾದರೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ ಮೀಟರ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಟನ್ ಆಸ್ ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ meter. So this is the very important derivation for 2 marks or 3 marks. Once again I'll explain it to you. So first we have considered 2 equipotential surfaces A and B which are having the potentials V and V minus dV. Why dV? Because dV represents the decrease in potential in the direction of the electric field, because it is a work done against the electric field. And again we will consider the expression for work done, and in the place of force we will write the electric field, because the force or electric field is the force per unit positive charge. Now in order to move a unit positive charge from A to B, what we will write is VA minus VB. this is the difference in the potential, and in the place of dWo we got dV, and the final expression for potential gradient, that is a negative potential gradient, is E is equal to minus dV by dx. And for the next topic, that is the system of charges, for the potential energy of system of charges, which is very important to solve the problems in this chapter, and you will definitely get one problem from this chapter. We will see it in the next session. Thank you.